Good afternoon and welcome to the national news on Voice of the People 96.1 FM. I am Folashayo Adigon. First, the headlines. Federal government reaffirms ties with US, UAE amid US visa policy changes. Imo police ban use of unmarked vehicles for patrols. In business, aviation professionals urges Kayemo to inaugurate board across sector in U19 World Cup round of 16. Details shortly. Now the news in details. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining and strengthening the long-standing diplomatic relations with the United States of America and the United Arab Emirates. In a statement addressing recent changes in visa issuance policy affecting Nigerian citizens, the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, urged Nigerians living abroad to respect the immigration laws of their host countries and honor the terms of their residence permits. Ononuga noted that relevant ministries, departments, and agencies are actively engaging with counterparts in the affected countries to resolve the concerns through constructive dialogue. According to the statement, the U.S. government cited two key reasons for its visa policy adjustments. The high rate of overstays by Nigerian nationals and those are part of a global reciprocity review, which is routinely assessed and may include changes to the number of entries permitted and visa validity periods. The Imo State Police Command has banned all tactical teams under its jurisdiction from using unmarked vehicles, including minibuses and tricycles, popularly known as keke, during patrol operations across the state. This directive was announced in a statement by the command's public relations officer, DSP Henry Okoye, who explained that the move follows numerous complaints of harassment, intimidation, and extortion by officers using unauthorized vehicles during patrols. Commissioner of Police CP Aboki Danjuma described the practice as grossly unprofessional and warned that any team found flouting the new order will face immediate sanctions. He also stated that commanders of such team will be held accountable. The police spokesperson reaffirmed the command's commitment to professionalism, accountability, and ethical conduct in line with the vision of the Inspector General of Police. All units have been directed to comply strictly, while members of the public are urged to report any violation. The Benue State government has confirmed that at least 107 victims of the recent Yelwata attack are still receiving treatment at the Benue State University Teaching Hospital in Makurdi. This was disclosed by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, James Iopu, during a news briefing held in Makurdi on Tuesday. Recall that suspected bandits launched a deadly attack on Yelwata community on June 13th, leaving over 200 people dead. Iopu, who also serves as the Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, revealed that Benue State has sustained and coordinated fatal attacks by bandits since 2011. He said the state government is intensifying efforts to support survivors and ensure better security for affected communities. The death toll from Monday night's deadly attack on Jebu Binde village in the Tahos district of Riyom local government area, Plateau State, has risen to 32. Initial reports on Tuesday indicated that 20 people were killed when gunmen suspected to be Fulani militias stormed the community around 11 p.m. Survivors said the attackers went from house to house, killing residents in their sleep, including women, children, and the elderly who were unable to flee. A joint statement by the chairman and publicity secretary of the Riyom chapter of the Coalition for the Protection of Democracy, COPDEM, Gideon Manjal, and Gadu Daniel Dong described the incident as a coordinated and brutal assault consistent with past attacks in the area. According to the group, the assailants, armed with sophisticated weapons, carried out the killings in a well-planned manner, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Confirming the updated casualty figure, A youth leader in the community, Daudadong, told reporters on Tuesday night that 7 additional bodies were found in nearby bushes, while 5 of the injured victims later died in the hospital. You're listening to the national news on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Still to come, business, entertainment, and sports. Please stay with us.
Hello there. Here is the news. Officers will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Sanwo-Olu, represented by his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, made this known at the second Lagos Traffic Conference in commemoration of LATMA's Silver Jubilee celebration. The anniversary had the theme Enhancing Traffic Efficiency and Safety on Lagos Roads, Challenges, Opportunities and Innovations. Sanwo-Olu specially recognized the men and women of LATMA who have dedicated themselves, often under challenging and sometimes perilous circumstances, to the critical task of keeping Lagos moving. He reminded them that their uniform represents the thin yellow line that stands firmly between order and chaos on our roads. Sanwo-Olu also appreciated the many brave officers who had made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. The Lagos State government and the city of Lagos have launched a pioneering partnership to promote technological innovation and collaboration between the two global cities. The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, disclosed this during a tech summit organized by London and partners in Lagos. The summit marked the first official London trade mission to Nigeria, highlighting growing interest in tech collaboration. The event's theme was Bridging Borders, How London and Lagos Can Shape the Future of Global Technologies to drive digital transformation and shape global technology's future. Khan praised Lagos as a remarkable city, describing it as Africa's tech capital, much like London holds the role in Europe. The mayor described London's Africa diaspora as a secret weapon for boosting cooperation between Lagos and Africa, between London and African countries, especially Nigeria. Lagos Commissioner for Innovation, Science and Technology, Olatubosun Alake, called for a strong London-Lagos innovation corridor. He said both cities are capitals of creativity and commerce, with Lagos thriving despite challenges like erratic power and heavy traffic. Some opposition political parties in Lagos State have called for outright cancellation of Saturday's local government election in the state, describing the exercise as undemocratic and a daylight robbery. The parties, including the Labour Party LP, Young Progressive Party YPP, African Action Congress AAC, Action People's Congress APP, and the Accord Party, made the call at a joint news conference in Lagos. The leaders of the various parties said that the election conducted by Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission last year was full of irregularities, while also disenfranchised many opposition candidates. Speaking, Pastor Dayo Ekong, LP State Chairman, decried that described what she termed orchestrated electoral fraud and brazen bias in the council elections. Similarly, Olusegun Mobolaji of the YPP, who described the process that led to the polls as flawed, added that over 100 candidates of various political parties were disenfranchised over alleged last year's rigidity. The former IPAC boss said snatching of ballot boxes, secret relocation of some polling units from their official places, and clandestine results collation and other electoral laws violation characterized the polls. Also, the state APP chairman and secretary of the IPAC, Mrs. Abiola Adeyemi, said that she was nearly beaten by alleged APC thugs in Badagry for complaining over removal of the APP logo from the ballots in Badagry. And finally, operatives of the police command in Lagos State have detained a suspected armed robber for alleged unlawful possession of firearms. The command spokesman, CSP Benjamin Hundeyin, confirmed this in a statement in Lagos. He said that the suspect was apprehended by detectives of the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, following a coordinated and intelligence-led raid. Hundeyin said on July 15 the detectives acting on intelligence stormed a criminal hideout in the Ajegunle area of Ikorodu. During the operation, the team apprehended the suspect in possession of one AK-49 assault rifle, 3 magazines, 15 rounds of 7.62 by 39 mm ammunition, 3 rounds of 9 mm K2 ammunition, and 2 rounds of 7.62 by 51 mm ammunition. The spokesperson said that investigation revealed that the suspect was deeply engaged in armed robbery and illegal land acquisition operations. According to him, efforts have been intensified to apprehend other members of the criminal syndicates and to charge all involved to court after the investigations. And that's the news from Lagos. I am Solomon Ofem.
Pardon me, that was Solomon Ofem from Lagos. Welcome back to Abuja. The Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals, ANAP, has called on the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Kayemo, to urgently facilitate the formation and inauguration of governing boards for all aviation agencies. Speaking in Lagos over the weekend, ANAP's General Secretary Abdul Razak Saidu said the move is necessary to curb corruption and restore transparency and accountability within the aviation sector. The call comes days after Minister Kayemo officially inaugurated the board of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, more than 6 months after President Bola Tinubu appointed its members. The FAN board is chaired by former Kano State Governor Umar Ganduje, with FAN Managing Director Olubomi Kuku serving as vice chair. Other members include representatives from the Ministries of Justice, Defense, Tourism and Aviation, along with professionals from the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology and FAN's legal department. ANAP is urging similar action for the other agencies, emphasizing that fully functional boards are essential for effective oversight and operational integrity across the sector. And in entertainment, Nigerian music superstar Burna Boy has tendered an apology for his previous comments criticizing Afrobeats and distancing himself from the genre. The Grammy Award-winning artist sparked controversy in 2023 when he stated that Afrobeats lacked lyrical depth and claimed he no longer identified with the genre. However, in a recent interview with journalist Eddie Cardi, Burna Boy admitted he now understands the importance of Afrobeats as a unifying platform for African artists. He explained that in the early stages of his career, he preferred the label Afrofusion because he felt his style didn't align strictly with traditional Afrobeats. The last hitmaker added that African musicians must remain united rather than divided by genre if they hope to elevate the continent's music on the global stage. Burna Boy apologized for his earlier remarks, revealing that he was in a mentally dark place at the time. In sports, Nigeria's Junior the Tigress will battle Hungary today in the round of 16 at the 2025 FIBA U19 Women's World Cup taking place in Brno, Czechia. The Nigerian side, led by coach Julian Akere, heads into the knockout stage after a 79-61 loss to Portugal in their final group game on Tuesday. The team had opened their debut campaign with a trailing 93-88 win over China, but suffered heavy back-to-back defeats. First a 113-42 loss to Canada, and now the defeat to Portugal. They finished third in Group B. Against Portugal, the Junior D Tigress struggled with turnovers, poor 3-point shooting, missed free throws and defensive lapses. Portugal dominated 3 of the 4 quarters, with the third ending in an 18-18 tie. Portugal's superior stats included 71 field goal attempts compared to Nigeria's 57 with 28 made baskets against Nigeria's 18th. They also tallied 22 assists, 54 rebounds, 14 steals and 7 blocks, outperforming Nigeria's 13 assists, 40 rebounds, 10 steals and just 1 block. Despite the setback, the Tigress will be hoping for a turnaround performance as they seek a quarter-final spot in today's crucial encounter with Hungary. And that's the national news on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Remember, your vigilance makes a difference. Protect yourself and your community. For eyewitness reports and news coverage of your events, please call 080-8312-8618. Follow VOP on YouTube at Voice of the People, Abuja.